short notice.
Yeah.
But you are playing at the Cove tonight, so
am.
I figured, you know what, I'm gonna ask Smitty if he'll come in and be on my show espresso shot. So I made us a shot of espresso. I figured you could always use a shot before a show.
All right.
So cheers.
Not gonna burn my throat, is it?
We don't need to chug it.
Oh, you don't need
We're
to chug it.
gonna
We're gonna sip it.
Yeah, it's like a fine wine.
Oh, that's tasty.
And I added just a little bit of sugar-free vanilla because I'm on a diet.
Yeah, me too.
I'm trying to lose. Me and my brother have a contest trying to lose the most weight before April 1st, so I don't know how it's gonna go.
Well, if we're being honest, I was in Nashville for 4 or 5 weeks, and I gained about 35 pounds in that time span. So I'm trying to work that off.
It happens, eh? It happens.
Southern food, buddy.
Yeah, it's good. I'm a foodie too. I love my smoker and I love my food, and it's tough.
Yeah, the meat and 3 was a downfall.
So listen, Smitty, pretty impressive resume. You've been playing guitar for a little while. You've played with the likes and Kim Mitchell, Jim Cuddy, and Blue Rodeo, Mr. Wilcox. Who else have you played with? You talked about Tom Cochran as well.
Yeah, Tom Cochran, Paul Brandt, I Mother Earth, done some stuff with the Hip, Paul Langlois himself. Lots of guys, yeah.
And Kingston is such a rich market when it comes to musicians and talent. It always amazes me, and hockey as well, right?
Yeah.
He's liking the espresso.
I'm loving the espresso shot. It's great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Kingston's full of talent and all different kind of like artists and singer songwriters and bands and.
So, and not only that, but you played in bands as well. I mean, 49 Stairs.
Yeah.
So where does that name come from?
So, I'll try and make a long story short. So 49 Stairs, we actually took over down at the old woolen mill where the climbing gym is and stuff.
Yeah.
I believe the Hip, that's where they used to practice. And when they got big and started taking off, we ended up getting their spot in the building because my drummer, Mike Hogan, has a plumbing company. And so they were doing work in that building, and we ended up getting the spot. And along the walls were all of these numbers up on the walls, and I used to sit there and pound bottles of wine. And one night the boys left me down there, and I kind of fell asleep, and I was dozing off, and I just sat there, and all I was doing, I was just staring. The 49 was the last number on the wall, so, we were looking for a band name, and boom,
it's stuck.
49 Stairs.
Hey, so a bunch of different bands, and so now you're doing the solo thing, but you're also involved in a band called the Furleys.
Yep.
So 3 of you guys, a bit of a trio.
Yeah, three revolving guys.
Yeah. You were the main guy and the one that rolls around?
So I put this band together, I think maybe 4 years ago.
Okay.
Started out with a couple buddies, and then we got playing some shows, and they went on to do other things, and I got some other guys, and then one guy left, got another guy. Just kept it going. But that band was more of a guilty pleasure for me to get to play electric guitar.
Yeah. So now you're really focusing on your acoustic stuff. Yeah. And so, which leads me to ask you, what brings you to Westport? And the reason I ask is because last year, I know it was this time, 1 week different. It was because my wife has a Super Bowl sale for Jake by the Lake in Westport. And we were doing a promotion piece, so me and a buddy of mine walked into the Cove, and you were playing. And
I guess it was that time this year.
It was exactly 1 week off. And one lad put his truck in the drink that night. I remember that happened as well.
Right.
And so, and it reminded me of all that today. And it's like, yeah, that's why is that? Why is it just coincidence, or?
I think it's a huge coincidence. I wouldn't have probably remembered that unless you said. So it has been a year since I've been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite a year. A week short of a year. So
week
not
short
bad.
of a year. And I remember pulling in, and there was cops everywhere, and then I found out what. Yeah, the guy
drives. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen tonight at the Cove. So listen, I was wondering if you might maybe grab my Epiphone on the wall and give us a tune, or sure. I'll get one of these lovely ladies to hand it to you.
Thank you, Vanna.
And I only have one criteria.
Okay.
One criteria: you're not allowed to play "Brown Eyed Girl" by You're My Brown Eyed Girl
by Van Morrison.
Yeah, you can't play that song.
You're my new best friend, buddy.
Okay.
That's that song. That's like, and when you're down in Nashville playing too, there's a list of songs like that.
You pick a good one. Nice.
The old, I think it's Freebird is $100, and Brown Eyed Girl is $50, Mustang Sally $75.
Nice.
And they just won't play them. So yeah. So what song, Mike?
Oh, well, I'm a big fan of '70s kind of rock. I mean, I like the Eagles, the Stones, all that kind of stuff, and I love all kinds of country. I mean, you can play me any country too, and I'm not going to argue about it. But I'm a classic rock kind of guy.
What's your show?
It's my show. I love the Stones. I love the Eagles. I love Tom Petty. There's not too much I don't love. And if you want to play one of your originals, I mean.
Well, I mean, for I think for copyright infringement's sake, I might better play an original so we don't get in trouble with playing somebody else's song.
Let's do it.
Unless you want to pay the fee, though. So I'll do an original. I'll do the single that just came out, and lucky enough to hear it on the radio on the way.
And what's it called again? It's called
Perfect 10.
Nice.
It's about my perfect 10 wife. How did I get so lucky? She must have fallen from the sky above me. Well, I'm just a regular guy who's looking for somebody to love me. Everything that a man could want, the best work the Lord has ever done. Maybe I'm just dreaming, but I hope she thinks that I'm worth keeping. 1 and 2 are the kids we have, 3 and 4 for mom and dad. 5 and 6, well that's just halfway there. Yeah. 7 days of the week we love. 8 was the month that we found each other. 9, the cloud I'm living in. Yeah, 'cause she's a perfect 10. Well, simple math says I'm out of my league. The girl's so damn good for me. There ain't nothing that I would change. Heads turn when she walks by. I'm the envy of every guy. Looking back, this don't add up to me. Yeah. 1 and 2 are the kids we have. 3 and 4 for mom and dad. 5 and 6, that's just halfway there. Yeah. 7 days of the week we love. 8 was a month that we found each other. 9, the cloud I'm living in. Yeah, 'cause she's a perfect 10. One and 2 are the kids we have. 3 and 4 for mom and dad. 5 and 6, that's just halfway there. Yeah. 7 days of the week we love. 8 was a month that we found each other. 9, the cloud I'm living in. Yeah. 1 and 2 are the kids we have. 3 and 4 for mom and dad. 5 and 6, well that's just halfway there. Yeah. 7 days of the week we love. 8 was a month that we found each other. 9, the cloud I'm living in. Yeah, 'cause she's a perfect 10. Yeah, she's a perfect 10.
Nice. Nice. Right on.
Cheers.
That's great. So you said you heard that song on the way up?
Yeah, we were in the truck driving out here in 93.5 in Kingston, and it was on right after Reba McEntire.
Nice, Reba McEntire.
And just before Aaron Pritchett, so I feel in good company.
Yeah, it's like Jamie Johnson's song between I forget what it's called, but Between Haggard and Jones.
Oh yeah.
Between Haggard and Jones by Jamie Johnson. So nice. So February 1st, you're playing at the Loaf and Ale in Napanee.
Yeah.
And then you're playing at the Cove tonight. Any other gigs coming up? Any other shows coming up?
February 1st at the Loaf and Ale in Napanee. February 2nd at the Public House in Kingston on King Street.
Okay, yeah.
And before that, the Tuesday would be, what's the date of the Tuesday? So Tuesday at Jack Tuesdays, 8 to 11.
That's handy to remember, eh?
Yeah, Tuesdays at Jack Tuesdays, 8 to 11. That's in the west end of Kingston. Thursday at the Merchant Tap House, 9:30 to 12:30. And then Friday is the 1st, I believe, right? So Loaf and Ale on the Friday. And Saturday is the Public House.
So lots of opportunities to go see Smitty play. And I've seen him play at the Cove, and I'm going to go tonight to watch a little bit of the show as well.
Good.
And if you like a little bit of classic rock, country, great vocals, great guitar playing. And this is an old epi that hangs on the wall, and he made it sing tonight, so that's awesome.
I tried to tune it while I was in mid-song.
I saw that, yeah. It's nice reach.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
awesome. So I wanted to talk to you too about obviously playing the cover songs. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do to kind of to kind of get people in because they want the familiar sound. They want to know
Absolutely.
the songs. But you must take some enjoyment out of writing songs. I mean, and you wrote, I mean, they can't not talk about the Humble Bronco song. That all happened last April.
Yep.
You sat down with a pen and paper, and you put a really sincere song together called Stick by the Door that resonates with a lot of hockey parents.
Yeah.
So did you want to talk a bit about that, Smitty?
Sure, we can if you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
So last year, I mean, I was gigging all weekend, and the accident happened on Friday,
Yeah.
the 6th, and Sunday night, I was home, and it was late night, and the wife and I were in bed, and she fell asleep, and I was still clicking around on my phone like usual, and I started seeing all the pictures of what was happening, what was going on. Then I saw a few pictures of people lighting up candles and putting a stick outside the door and all that, and of course I couldn't sleep after that. And I mean, being a parent and being a hockey player and being a coach of hockey and growing up with hockey is a huge part of my life and a lot of Canadians' lives. And so I went out to the front room where I usually would go when everybody else was sleeping, in the back end of the house, and closed the doors and picked up the guitar and the pen. And that was around 12 o'clock, and had the song done, written, set the phone down, and posted it by like 12:30.
It's one of those times with a song.
It was literally was start to finish 45 minutes.
Nice.
And I practiced it once and put the phone down and put that video up. That video was a one-take video.
Yeah, yeah, and a great song, and I mean, I know it resonates with a lot of people, and it's a song that I think is going to be a song that continues long after you or probably and I are around, because I think it has that longevity to it. Just like Tom Cochran, you played with Tom Cochran, the song that he did about hockey as well.
Yeah, so Tom and I did a benefit out in Alberta. That would have been, I think, maybe September, October, and he played big league.
Big league, yes.
Yeah, and I did Stick Out by the Door, and it was awesome just meeting him for that. And a guy like that, he's a legend, and he came up afterwards and he gave me a giant hug, and he just whispered in my ears, like, it's just incredible.
He's quite a sincere guy.
And for him to say that to me, that's a pretty big compliment.
So listen, are you a Bryan Adams fan?
Or
am I putting you on the
yes.
spot?
I like Bryan Adams. He was born in Kingston.
Yeah.
I don't think he spent a lot of time there, but
I see that he's coming to the auditorium.
it'll be on Center tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, you want to play us out with the tune? We'll wrap up the interview unless you want to chat about anything else.
This is an incredible coffee store you have here.
Cottage Coffee House.
Cottage Coffee House.
Cynthia and I opened the store 15 years ago.
Wow.
My oldest son, Carter, is 24. He worked for us in those years. He's off to work on his own. He works in the music industry doing recordings and things like that. And my youngest son is 14, still works here. So it's definitely a family-run business. And I started doing things like this because I like music and I like to entertain. So
And I mean, coffee houses and music go hand in hand.
they seem to, eh?
Have you ever had anybody come in here?
We used to do the coffee house thing, but musicians are so hard to deal with. You just get tired of them after a while.
Yeah, and a lot of them won't come in and just play for a cup of coffee.
Oh, I know, they're tough, eh?
And what's that saying that everybody keeps? Yeah, all that exposure. I need 800 exposures to pay my rent. Holy numbers, eh?
It sits on the wall and
Well, if we don't get in trouble, I'll play a little bit of this one for you.
go ahead. I like to get in trouble. I'm SoCal licensed anyway, so I'm fine.
Perfect.
Running down the road, trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind, and this father wanna own me and 2 that wanna stone me. While she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Lighten up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find your place and make your stand. And take it easy.
Right on.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate
Shake
it.
hands. Yeah. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Thanks for the espresso.
Hey, no problem.